I'm 17 weeks. It's my first child. I'm really excited, and I'm here to just learn about my different options and choices.
You look fantastic. She's got that glow.
That's right. And so, our first and foremost, we watched that clip, but explain to us how water birth takes place.
What happens? It's very simply a woman in labor chooses to get into a deep bath, and she spends time there relaxing, and it helps with her pain so that when she comes to the point where the baby's actually emerging, she's still in the water, and the baby simply comes out, and the doctor, the midwife, or the mother, or the father, or all together pick the baby up, and it goes right there. It's a very simple way of giving birth. And it's happening in 92 countries, in hospitals as well.
That's the thing, it can be done, the safe way to do it, if you were going to do it, would be in hospitals. Because what we're, as obstetricians, what we're concerned about is we want this to be a beautiful experience, a natural experience. But natural things can also come with dangers as well. What people have to know at home is right now, ACOG, the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, does not feel that home deliveries are safe. Not that they don't happen and that nothing can go fine. As a medical student, I was hired to basically catch babies. If nothing goes wrong, it can be fine. And yes, they can almost deliver on their own because we didn't even know anything, and we deliver babies, and we actually got paid for that. But the problem is when things go wrong in obstetrics, they go wrong really, really bad and really, really fast. And I don't think there is any reason for any woman to take those kind of risks with something so precious. Okay. And what I'm saying is just no woman should really try and take that Russian roulette with her own baby, the most precious thing that she has.
I think comparing medical emergencies to a normal, healthy, vibrant woman is like comparing a train wreck to the train schedule.
Have studies been done?
Oh my gosh, we have so many studies on water birth and home birth, and the studies
there's been lots of studies done on water birth and home birth.
No, they don't. That's what you're misinterpreting. No, they don't. They say there is
the safest place would be in a hospital, but if you're going to do it at home, perhaps you can get your child to a hospital as fast as you could if something went wrong.
In the NICU, yes, they do, and they have more complications with the baby than at home birth. That's because they can't go into the care.
And your rebuttal?
My rebuttal is that home births attended by trained professionals have the same or better outcomes than hospital births. One of the reasons that I had a water birth at home, the second birth, was that I wanted the gentleness for the baby. And I gave birth, and that baby swam out. He's 27 years old. He swam out
okay, let's
like
talk
a little
about this
dolphin.
gentleness for the baby. Most of the time, the amniotic fluid ruptures during labor. So you don't have any more fluid in there. And if something goes wrong, you're sitting in water that's full of crap and pee and blood, and you're trying to figure out how to get this baby to safety. And again, I don't care if you're sitting in a bath full of champagne, as long as it's safe. But you won't be sitting in a bath full of champagne. You'll be sitting in your own poop and your own urine and your own blood. And they have shown that there are more infections in underwater baby births. Yes, they have.
The research does not say that.
I have seen.
So it's a debate and a rebuttal.
The research, there's a 202010 study that just came out of Italy that says that the solution to pollution is dilution. Because you've got this body of water, and the bacteria, if there is bacteria, is much less in the water than if you have a woman giving birth and she's exposed the baby to her bacteria that way. But let's look at the studies. If you go out and look on the internet, you go to my website, I've got all of the studies listed.
And you can also go on the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology and the American Pediatric Association and Society, and you also find the exact opposite of that, where babies aspirate, they have more pneumonias, they have more complications, and they end up more often in the NICU.
What's that? You know what?
That's where they inhale the fluid.
You said a very critical word earlier on. You said opinion. It's their opinion that that's what happens, but the correlation of the research
their opinion
is not
based on medical evidence.
It is not.
And they cite references. Yes, they cite references and they cite publications. And
there's no correlation between the large studies which compare 3,000 water births to 3,000 land births. Those babies are better. They have less NICU admissions. The mothers have less vaginal or perineal tearing. When you compare populations, it's much better. I just finished last week Grand Rounds at Case Western University. I taught doctors. All the residents came in. They were blown away by this. Case Western does water births. We've got every major medical center that has a teaching hospital.
That's what they do in Europe.
Model though, where you're teaching medical professionals.
So secrets to understanding your body now. What can you have?
Because my
you got controversy and opinion and argument.
There's no Dr. Lisa. You're not in the hospital.
We're all individuals. We've got to decide for ourselves what's true and what's not. So some hang on a shelf. At least you see them talking and you know both options exist. Whether they're right or wrong, well,
I'm not going to be called for some nightmare train wreck and be responsible. If I'm responsible for a baby, I am responsible for a baby. And I will make damn sure that baby comes out.